NASCAR on NBC with the 44th Daytona 500 about set to go back under the green flag. 35 cars on the lead lap. Bobby Labonte is now the leader. Did not come back to pit road under the yellow. Mark Martin is second. Sterling Marlin, Dale Jarrett, and Elliott Sadler round out the top five. First car to the inside of the leader is Ricky Craven. He got trapped a lap down by that caution flag.
On board with the Motorcraft Ford of Elliott Sadler as he closes in on the back bumper of Dale Jarrett, trying to push Jarrett to the front.
Bid for the lead. Here comes Mark Martin. And Sterling Marlin makes it 3 wide. Marlin to the lead.
And Bobby Labonte is where he does not want to be, in the middle. The leader last time will be lucky to be 10th this time by.
And there's nothing you can really do about it when you're in that situation. Those lines move on you. You may be in line saying, okay, I'm great, I'm great. All of a sudden, these guys start splitting you behind you, and they put you in the middle.
Well, actually, he was 9th that time by.
You were close. Marlin leads. Jarrett is up to second. Elliott Sadler third. Dodge, Ford, and Ford. Then Mark Martin and Matt Kenseth, Rusty Wallace and Ryan Newman, Ricky Rudd, all driving Fords. So apparently the incredible shrinking spoiler has done its job. It's made the Fords competitive. Dave Marcus's car brought out that last caution, stopping on the racetrack. They have taken it behind the wall. Stacy Compton also has had A.J. Foyt's car pushed behind the wall.
And Stacy Compton in the 14 car broke a gear when he made his pit stop. When he released the clutch to go back on the racetrack, the rear gear broke. That happened 3 times in last year's Daytona 500. It might be something to think about when these guys start making those important pit stops to try to get track position later on.
And Dave Marcus's car has just been reported out of the race. We will look to follow up and hear from him as his NASCAR Winston Cup driving career is now over. A lot of lead changes today. I think more than we expected so far. 14.
Michael Waltrip, last year's winner of the Daytona 500, trying to work his way back as he pulls alongside Jeremy Mayfield.
That's 11th and 12th they're racing for. Elliott Sadler getting shuffled back a little bit. Matt Kenseth by him to third. Rusty Wallace in that outside lane. The 2 car.
Now, if you saw the 17 car there, he almost got stuck in the middle, but he used that blocking mirror we were talking about, BP, and he put a block. Is that Ricky?
Yeah,
Ricky Rudd behind him, okay. But he was right there, and he saw Ricky was having a run, and he turned the car down left and blocked Ricky.
Mark Martin looking ahead at Kevin Harvick. Remember, Harvick had the right front fender repaired after some pit road damage.
See, Michael Waltrip, that's Mike Wallace in the 33 car. Alan told you he's changed the battery in that car, and he's about 5 laps down.
Let's go to Marty Snyder.
Well, Alan, it's been a strange day here at Daytona, but this one may take the cake. Jeff Burton said he felt something rolling around on the floorboard of his race car. This was it. Part of the time it was under the gas pedal, some of the time it was under the brake, some of the time it was under his foot. They had to take the window net down, make 2 stops to find out what it was. It was a roll of duct tape. Now, as far as Dale Earnhardt Jr. goes, they have another nose on the car, about 50 pop rivets, and about 20 screws, and a lot of bloody fingers down here. But Tony Eury Jr. told me they feel like they have a better chance to win this race now. Jr. asked, do I have 2 noses on the car? Tony Jr. said, yeah, you have 2 noses. Maybe we'll win by 1 of them. To Bill Weber.
Well,
Well, Marty, it's been an amazing day for Ricky Rudd and his crew. During the first round of caution flag pit stops, Rudd was leaving pit road and hit a tire with the left front portion of that front air dam. It did significant damage, bashed it in. They had to hammer it back out, then attach some sheet metal underneath and put tape over the front of it. Rudd has worked his way back up to the front. I just talked to Mike McSwain, his crew chief. They said the car's good. They've got a chance. Let's go further down pit road today.
Bill, when a driver wants to talk to his crew, there's a little button on his steering wheel he pushes. They call that keying the mic. There's a microphone inside his helmet. He then talks to his crew. Well, Rusty's been doing that, but the microphone has been hung open. It stays open, and so Rusty suddenly can't even talk to the crew anymore. They can't communicate with him. Now, they don't think it's a problem between his primary radio and his backup radio. They think the wiring between the switch on the steering wheel and his radio may be faulty. They hope they can do something about it if they get a long caution later on.
Boy, that's going to be tough to fix. And as Dave said, we have 2 radios in the cars. In case something happens during a yellow, we can switch the radio. But if it's in that wiring harness on the steering wheel, BP, that can't be fixed.
Nothing they can do. Now, Rusty can talk to the crew. If the mic is keyed, he can talk to the crew. But unfortunately, they can't talk to him and tell him when to pit. Ask him what the car's doing.
And as Bill Weber said earlier, this last set of pit stops might set us up for only one more visit to pit road the rest of the race, and that could be such a problem for Wallace's chances to win.
Yeah, because he was one of the first cars in, so his fuel mileage probably hasn't been...
Oh, Earnhardt Jr. flying through the grass.
Right rear tire down?
Looks like the right rear is flat.
Yep.
Didn't hit anything, but he came tearing off the racetrack.
He's got no brakes, he said.
Wow.
No wonder he was flying through the grass.
Boy, it just happened, but some bitch blowed a tire or something, broke it down, something.
Caution is out.
Brakes, so.
Caution is out for debris from Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car between turn 4 and the entrance of pit road. The cars are going to come past it right now. See it there on the left. Excuse me, the right. Driver's left.
The other right.
I knew what I was thinking from the driver's perspective.
Yeah, there is the debris, and we can see, we saw with Dale Earnhardt Jr. earlier, just what a small piece of debris can do. Watch him as he knows the right rear's flat. He decides to come down pit road. He said, whoops.
He's got no brakes.
I got no brakes.
You don't get in the grass at speed often and not go sideways and over.
Yeah, that's where the right rear blew. And yeehaw!
I don't think that's what he was saying.
What a job, though. I mean, he goes down through the grass, off-road racing about 150 miles an hour.
But there again, probably the second best place for the rear tire to blow. At least you can keep the car straight. If that happened in the corner, he would have had his hands full, even more than he did then.
Tough day for Dale Jr. Lap 21. Cut a right front tire running second. Crew did all that work repairing all that front body. And now it's the rear tire that they've cut down.
And you saw him going down pit road in first gear, adhering to the 55 miles per hour. Let's listen to this pit stop.
Come on, stop it. Clark flat,
And he didn't have a lot of brakes, so he can't stop it. So
Go, Dale, go on, keep going.
Push him back. And the problem here, Benny, is that they know they have a lot of damage. They're going to have to rebuild the right rear quarter panel here, and what they're going to have to do probably is take it back to the garage. That's where their crash cart is. They've kind of run out of parts and pieces up here in the pit stall. They are about as far, or they are as far away as you can get from the garage, because they're in the number 1 pit stall here on pit road, and the garage is about half a mile away. So they have a lot of damage to fix. This one's going to take a long time. I think their chances are now done for winning the race. Dave?
Rusty Wallace has gotten 4 tires and fuel, Marty. He wanted them to take a tear off the window, but that requires an extra person. NASCAR said not until lap 100. Bill.
Jerry Nadeau is on pit road. He's getting right side tires. They'll top off with fuel. There was significant discussion among a number of teams. Should we stop? Should we not? The guys that went by first decided to stay out. Then the other guys came in. It's a big cat and mouse game. Nadeau's on his way around Jimmy Johnson down pit road with Benson behind him.
All right, Bill, thanks. Those who stayed on the racetrack: Sterling Marlin, Ricky Rudd, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, And Matt Kenseth, it looks like, and everybody else has come down pit road. So we'll follow up on what Marlin and Rudd's strategy was by staying on the track here when we come back. The Daytona 500 on NBC.